Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. The city of brotherly love getting hit with some snow here as we get set to play. And away we go at the link. On the return, Britton Covey. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, well, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. On 4th down, Hurts. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Oh, he lost the football. And the Eagles get to it.
I think the phrase, Kate, blood in the water, comes to mind in this spot. There was a chance to get aggressive and attack them being backed up close to the end zone. Can't imagine that decision paying off in a better fashion than that.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great. Set. Hey, 73. Delta.
Throwing now, following the turnover. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Great. Set. Delta.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Caught inside the 10. And he gets them what they needed.
what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Hoosiers, when the character says, "I'll make it." When the coach makes that kind of call and puts the trust in the kicker, well, the kicker's got to make it. He's got to deliver, and he does just that.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow. My turn.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
My turn.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a gain of 4. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
My turn.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
My turn.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it down to a single point. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No touch set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's got Smith. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
No touch.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's on the move. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No touch, set. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Great, set. Go Silver, ready? No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Escapes out to the left. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Great, set. Crowd, let's get it. No touch.
Throwing off the play fake here. That's cut beyond the marker. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little... We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points.
No touch, set. No touch, set.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Offense to the line for second down.
Great, set. Get it. Stand.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
No touch.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hurts now from the gun. This one's caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
No touch.
He'll try to do it himself. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
A tie in baseball, Kate, well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak, well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
He tries to sneak it. And this time he fights his way across for the touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 14. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second down run by Pacheco. He breaks the tackle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 47. And that's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Darius Slay has it. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles taking over on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Running back sent in motion. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over after the tackle's made at the 40-yard line. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 34. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again, Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back to the air, Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Reed now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Tiger Hornet.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Taken in by Smith. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get 35 out of that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Crowd left Yeti. Man. Hey, easy. 63, back. Delta.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Hurts trying again on second down. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Returnable from the 2. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Well, we got ourselves quite a game today, a tie game coming into this third quarter. And what you're looking for is a little instant jolt of momentum coming out of the locker room. And that return might just be the spark that leads to that momentous fire.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off play action. It's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? First down throw, Mahomes. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the red zone now. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
That one's incomplete over the middle.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, Hurts. He finds Dotson left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Hurts setting up to throw. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Working inside the red zone. That's into the hands of Barkley. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given it. Second and 3 now.
No touch, set. No touch.
Here's Hurts. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Pistol now for Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Yellow.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They send a man in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles are They're stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
No touch, no.
Hurts to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts looking to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2nd and 3 now.
Great, set. No touch.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. This one finds Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
Great, set. No touch.
He'll look to throw it. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Great, set. No touch.
He's back to throw. Able to find Dotson here. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their 1st. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Alpha. No touch.
Setting up to pass. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break.
Oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. He scores on a miracle play, Brock, and now they can go for the tie or the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters.
And he has it in the end zone. What a perfect call. That just won them this game. So it's a win for the vising Chiefs. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow, and of course to these guys for playing through that cold and leaving here with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Philadelphia.